Hello everybody, my name is Yael and this is your 10-minute stretching video for the lower body. In this video, we'll be stretching the legs, the glutes, and a little bit of the lower spine. So let's get into it. We're going to get started with the stretches in a downward facing dog. So let's get started on hands and knees. From this tabletop position, we're going to come into the down dog by tucking the toes into the mat. We're going to bring the hips back, and on an exhale, we're going to stretch the legs up. In this downward facing dog, we're stretching the entire backside of the body. So we're making it a little more dynamic by bending one knee and then the other. So if you're walking the dog, you bend and stretch the other leg. Couple times more. You have 4, 3, 2, and 1. And stop the moving. You're still in downward facing dog. Now in down dog, you're pushing yourself away from the mat with your hands. You want to bring your feet closer to the mat. Can you bring your belly button a little closer to your upper lats without moving the hands? So you're shooting the hips up. And then try to bring the feet even closer to the mat. Hold it here for a moment. Stretching the entire backside of the body. Inhaling. Exhaling. And let's find some dynamics again. Still pushing into your hands, we're going to bend the knees towards the outsides of the mat. So you're bending the knees and you're bringing your body a little closer to the mat, and exhale as you stretch it up. Inhale as you bend, and exhale as you stretch. For 4. For 3, keep that push into the hands. For 2. Inhaling as you bend, exhaling as you extend. Once more bending, and extension again. Hold it here. From here, we're going to stretch the right side of our lower body. So step the feet a little more towards each other into the middle and down dog. And on an inhale, we're bringing the right leg up. The toes are pointing down. You're bending the knee, bring it forward in between the hands and step your foot in between your hands. You're going to bring the left knee down. Either tuck the toes into the mat for some balance or flatten the foot to go a little deeper into the stretch. The weight is into your right front heel. Bend into that knee, push it forward, and then see if you can bring yourself a little further. You're stretching your right upper leg here, keeping a nice straight spine, holding it here for a moment. Perhaps you want to keep the fingertips or the hands on the mat. Maybe it feels better for you to keep the hands on the hips. Just see what works for you. Keeping that nice soft face, that deep breath. In all these stretches, it's super important to keep that nice deep breath, to soften into the body, and using the exhales to come a little deeper. And then from here, you're bringing the hands back down on the mat. Now you're walking your hands towards the back of the mat and you're rising high on your front heel, so the right heel. You're pointing your right toes towards your face and hover a little above your left bum. So you're not sitting down, you're staying above it. You can fold your lower spine a little into this rounding, and then exhale as you walk it forward again. We're going to make it a little dynamic once again. Inhaling here, exhale as you walk it back. Hovering above your left sitting bone, and then walk it forward again. Inhaling. Exhale as you walk it back. Twice more. It's in and out. Once again, it's in and out. All right. From here, walk your hands down in front of you. Tuck the back toes into the mat. You're going to come back into that downward facing dog for a moment. Perhaps you want to make it static. Maybe you want to bend one knee then the other. Just see what feels good here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So step your feet closer towards each other, bringing the left leg up. Toes are pointing down. And then find your low lunge on the left side. Bring your right knee down. Either tuck the toes in the mat for balance or flatten the foot for a bit of deepening of the stretch. Bend into your front knee. Push into that heel. Soften the face, straighten the spine. Either fingertips or hands on the mat, or maybe hands on your hips to go a little deeper into that stretch. Stretching it down and forward. Once again, bringing the softness into the body on every exhale. One more cycle of breath here. And we're back to the dynamics. So place the hands down onto the mat, push a little into the hands, and walk them back. We're rising high on our left heel this time. Left toes to reach your face, hover a little bit above your right glutes. You can round the upper body a little down towards the lower body, inhaling. Exhale, you walk it forward, pushing it to your front heel again, finding that stretch. Inhale here. Exhale, walk back. And we're back into this little flow. Inhaling and exhaling forward. 2 more. Inhaling to stay. Exhaling to walk back. Inhaling to stay. Exhaling to walk it forward. Last round, it's in and out. It's in and out. We're going to come forward, tuck the back toes into the mat, stretch the back leg. You're back into your downward facing dog. I hope your transition was a bit smoother than mine. Stay here. Maybe bend one knee, then the other. All right. So we've been stretching both of the legs quite intensely. Now let's focus a little bit more on the outside of the legs. So the thighs, the other hips, the glutes, that's what we're going to stretch now. From here, you're gonna come onto hands and knees again. Now from hands and knees, we're going to bring your right knee to meet the right wrist. So bring it forward and then stretch your left leg back. Now see what feels good. You want to feel it on the outside of your right hip, right thigh, right glute. For some people, it means they have to bring their leg a little bit more parallel to the mat. But for many people, I'm one of those people, that's not the thing. I'll injure myself, it's bone-to-bone compression, it will not feel nice. So see how much you want to bend or square your hip in order to feel it. And then either stay here. This can be enough already. If you want to go deeper, then do walk your hands out in front of you and on exhale, melt down to the mat. If this is hurting your knees, that's a no-go. We have a perfect modification on our backs. It's called the reclined pigeon. What we just did was the pigeon pose. This is your reclined pigeon. We're working on the right side, so that means you're going to bring your right foot on top of the left knee. You're going to bend that left knee, hold on to either the inside of the knee or the shin. Bring the left knee in closer, right knee further away. So this is your modification. Wherever you are, stay there for a little longer. Try to soften more down into the pose. Relaxing the face. Relaxing the shoulders. Now either stay here for 2 more cycles of breath. However, if you want to go a little deeper, then come up halfway and then kick your back leg. So in this case, it's the left leg up towards your bum. And then maybe with your left hand, you're going to grab hold of that foot. Now, if you want to kick it up and maybe the foot is a little far away today, keep on reaching. That's the movement you want to have in the spine. See if you can bring it a little closer. And at the same time, you're still having that bend here in your front leg. You have 1 more cycle of breath wherever you are. And slowly bring yourself back onto hands and knees. And then take a moment here, maybe wiggle your hips a little as if you have a little tail going on there. And dropping the hat down. Now to do the same thing on the other side. So find a neutral position and then your left knee is meeting your left wrist. You're going to stretch the right leg back, walking it out, and then see how it feels on this side. I always use my own body as an example. On the other side, I will never be able to bring my hip a little more parallel to the mat because that's just not how my body was made. However, on this side, I do need to bring it a little more parallel in order to feel it. So see how this works for you. Do you have to really bend it? Maybe bring it a little more parallel to the mat. See where you feel it. You want to feel it on the outside of your left glute, hip, thigh. So see how you want to bring your leg in order to feel that. Either stay here or on an exhale, walk it out in front of you, and then melt the chest down into the mat. Once again, you can stay here. However, if it hurts your knees, we have that modification going on again, which is the reclined pigeon pose on the left side. So left foot is going to be on top of the right knee, bringing the right knee in closer, pushing the left knee further away. Wherever you are, we're going to stay there a little bit longer. We're stretching an entire outside of the upper leg. You have 2 cycles of breath to go, either into your pigeon, or if you want to come a little bit higher, you want to come halfway up, kick your right foot towards your right seating bone, and then reach the right hand back. Maybe grab hold of the foot, maybe keep on reaching, but don't lose that stretch in your front leg. Holding it wherever you are. 1 more cycle of breath. And slowly bring yourself back to hands and knees from your variation. And from here, you can bring your big toes to touch. Take a child's pose to stretch it all out. Either stay in the child's pose a little longer or finish this stretch with me. If you want to finish the stretch, come to a seated position. Maybe cross the legs if that's okay for you today. Close your eyes for a moment. Sending your next inhale towards your lower body. Holding the breath at the top of your lungs and letting go of any tension that you're holding on to in an exhale. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this stretching session with me. Hope to see you back next time. Have a good day. Bye-bye.